And then there are his miracles, or his alleged miracles, because you're supposed to have performed at least 2 or 3 miracles before you can become a saint, although they do occasionally bend the rules. You know, like the archangels, for instance. You're supposed to be dead for at least 5 years, but of course the angels didn't die, so things like that. Rules are occasionally bent. Anyway, St. Nicholas is supposed to have resurrected 3 boys who had been murdered and hidden in a tub full of salt water by the killer. Possibly a bit of apocryphy there, but, willing to open my mind to it. But apart from the whole incident helping him at his beatification, this pickle-related incident of corpses in a barrel later granted St. Nicholas patronage to brewers, perfume makers, druggists, apothecaries, pharmacists, and barrel makers. But not cats. And will you please stop fiddling with my laces? Look. You want to shoot? Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Oh dear. Viewers may reassure themselves that only 1 cat was harmed in the making of this film. Okay, so we're not finished yet. Oh, sorry. Stop that. Hey, look at the... Look, fan, cat. You know what this is? Look, fetch. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, brewers, perfume makers, druggists, apothecaries, pharmacists, barrel makers, as well as the story of granting him patronage to boys and murderers and murder victims. He's supposed to be stopping murder. That's the idea. Not that, if you're a murderer, pray to him, because he won't help you. But we're not finished yet, because another miracle of St. Nicholas was apparently to pray to God when a storm was brewing, when he was on a ship on his way to the Holy Land, and the storm was allayed. Possibly a bit of confusion with the story of Jesus doing an uncannily similarly thing in the story of the Gospels, but this granted him, the story anyway, the idea granted Nicholas patronage towards pilgrims, ships, sailors, fishermen, longshoremen, travellers, dock workers, and watermen. Is that all you ask? Of course not, because you see, not all of the presents he gave to poor people were presents he gave directly. He liaised with some burglars and persuaded them to give back some of what they had taken him, and this granted patronage towards thieves, robbers, robberies, criminals, captives, prisoners, and also patronage against these things, and towards judges and cases unfairly lost in court for good measure. Oh yes, and shoe shiners as well. Talking of shoe shiners, I told you to leave off, didn't I? Okay. As to how the legend of Santa Claus became embroiled in legends of every country, even the original St. Nicholas has a hand virtually everywhere, one way or the other. He has patronage to Sicily, Limerick in Ireland, Portsmouth in England. Must remember that next time I go to Portsmouth. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Miklavska na Dravoskan Pulja in Slovenia. I'm not sure how to say that. Apulia, Bari, Duronia, Fasolto, Lecco, Naples and Sassari in Italy, Casconcos in Spain, Lorraine and the University of Paris in France, and Loptovsky Mikulas in Slovakia. Incidentally, in some formerly communist countries such as Russia and Slovakia, he was known as Grandfather Snow in order to detach him from anything of religious significance. A bit of useless trivia there, like the whole of this video really. And he's also, for whatever reason, also the patron saint of coopers and bakers, and the latter possibly because one of his presents for the poor family was to be a good meal. Yeah, that was one of his gifts apparently. And so, I hear you asked exasperatedly, is there anything St. Nicholas is not the patron of? Indeed there is. Christmas.